Hi, my name's Tel and welcome to Tel's Bench. Today we'll be looking at a pocket Simon from the early 1980s. This one's a little bit different though. I bought it from a hospice charity who do lots of good work, and my intention is to try and fix it and then return it to them for free. Right, let's get rid of the box out of the way. It's in remarkably good condition, at least from the outside. The aluminium panel on the front has no stress fractures from pressing buttons and things, which is good. Okay, so these apertures on the back which let the sound out often get broken because when people are playing the game, they're putting pressure on the button, but they're also putting pressure on the back and it breaks them along the edges or in the centre. That doesn't seem to have happened to this one, so that's a good thing. So let's open her up inside. So the warranty seal, or the serial number I should say, although it's not a warranty seal per se, has not been broken. So I think one of the first things I need to do is to get that off. At first sight I didn't think there was any indication of any battery leakage, but I can actually see some right here. Right, let's have the screws out of here. Oh, they're tight. Well, that is remarkable. For the first time, I have found a pocket Simon with a spare bulb in it. This is in really good condition. Really seriously good condition. See the state of that track? It's pristine. There's absolutely no damage on it at all. And the board itself is absolutely beautiful. It's almost as if it hasn't been used. So what we're going to do is, now I've had a quick look at that, I'm going to get this back together and then we'll put some batteries in and we will see what it's actually doing. And then I'm going to stop the video for a moment and I'm going to go and find the batteries, which I should have done. So next time, Tel, better planning, old chap. And also, while I've stopped the video, I will also get this label off. I've got the batteries in. So the complaint was that when the game was started, the sounds were made, but there were no lights coming on. That was the complaint happened. So if I press start, I don't know if you can hear this. Can you hear that? I hope you can. It's making little sounds, but there's nothing coming up on here. There's no lights showing. Well, if you can't see the problem, this is the problem here. Well, not specifically the battery, but it's the alignment of these. So this has been taken apart at some point and put back together, and when it was put back together it looks as if they've got this in the wrong place. I know these batteries are good, and the fact that it's not the lights, there's no lights coming on, but the rest of it appears to be working, tells me that it's a 3-volt problem. So it's these two batteries there because the lights are driven from the 3-volt supply, and we covered that in other videos. And you can clearly see that that terminal there is not in contact with this. What I'm going to do, take the batteries out and I'm going to see if I can realign that clip there without taking anything more out of it. I don't know, I'm going to have to take this out, unfortunately. So in this part of the clip I'm using IPA alcohol to soak the label thoroughly, which is a trick I used to use on cassette tapes. So sometimes in the back of the day the cassette tapes were pretty rubbish and they'd fail quite a lot, so if you could get them into a new case it would be okay, but you really wanted the label to go with it. So I used to soak the labels and then peel them off and put them on the new case, on the new tape, and then get the game transferred over. That seemed to work okay, so that's what we're going to try and do here. So in order to get rid of this label, not get rid of the label but get it off, I need to sort of peel it off while it's wet, and one of the ways I can do it is using the chisel craft blades, so that's what I'm doing here. Soaking the label a little bit more, and then we're going to get under the top right hand corner of the label and try and begin the process of teasing it up and getting it off slowly in the safest way possible. The pliers and just try and peel that gently up. Oh, a tiny little piece came off there. So when you get to this stage, if it stops moving, then you get the IPA underneath it rather than on top, and that can help you advance the process. Yeah, as you can see, that's gone in a little bit. It's making me feel quite heady, actually, the smell of that IPA. Whew, it's quite strong. Okay, well, it looks like we've been kind of successful there, so I'm going to carry this on. There's a little tear on that side, but that's not from me. So I'll try and get underneath. I will clean this up. This is much easier on this surface, actually. It's coming up okay. Okay, that's good. We've successfully got this off. Alright, and now we've got the board out, we can see, can it be on these? So this has got two lines there. If I turn this on its side and zoom that up a bit more. So it seems you could either put it to the left or to the right of those ridges, but either way it's going to be out of position. This is very curious how this could ever really have worked properly. But I'm just wondering if there's another way for it to go on, which is on top of the ridges themselves. So these ridges, maybe it sits on top of those. Oh, I don't know. We can try it. So we'll pull this out again. And we'll see if we can position these a little bit more towards the centre. Well, it looks as if you can. Right, so there you go, you can. But let me put the speaker assembly back in. This is amazing that this bulb, this spare bulb that's been in there for 40 years is in there, and I'm going to test that. Oh yeah, see it? There we go. The bulb is alive. So I'm going to plonk that back on there. I'm going to put this back on here rather smartly. I don't even need to tidy this one up. This is so well kept. Okay. Right, we're going to put this back in, and now let's see how the batteries are aligned. So let's zoom up again. Oh, I think they're in the right place this time. The only thing I'd say about that actually is, although I think they're in the right place, this is quite tight to get them in. But I think it's the only way it's going to work, to be honest. So let's get that one in. And let's turn it around carefully, turn it on, start the game. Still nothing. Still nothing. Well, there's more afoot here then, isn't there? I wonder if we've actually got power on those two terminals there. So let me go and get a meter. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to measure across these batteries. So between that terminal and this terminal, I've got nothing. Between that terminal and that terminal, I've got couple of 100 millivolts. So is it the batteries? So let's take the batteries out. So let's have a look right across the battery terminals. Right, so we've got 1.5 volts on that battery, and for this battery we've got what? These should be alright. 1.5, so one's slightly less than the other, but nevertheless I wonder if we've got a continuity issue on the terminals themselves. So let's try and measure the resistance from various parts of this and the contact point. Oh, look at that. It's going all over the place, isn't it? So let's do it on the other side. That's right, okay, so this one looks okay. I can slide that up and down. That one. This one looks as if it's got corrosion. Yeah, this has definitely got corrosion. So we're going to have to take that clip out and we're going to have to clean it up. So despite me saying I didn't think it had corrosion on it, it appears that it has. So once again we'll take it out. Okay, take that out. Right, so let's have a closer look at this. It's difficult to see. It's definitely been corroded, that's for sure. So the only thing I think I can do is file it down. So that is what I'm going to do.
How did I get so lucky? I die when I look in your eyes, then I come back alive when you touch me. You're the one for me, so here I am to give all I have. I'm in love with you, and you know that.
Right, so let's see if that looks a bit better. So let me put it on ohms again. There are still some bits on that actually that aren't not really making a great connection, so I have to keep going at it for a bit more.
I'm in love with you, and you know that it's true. You can always count on me to carry you through.
And let's try and get it back in. Locate my lugs, which makes it sound as if I'm going to put my ears in there. Alright. Let's have the old reflector in there. You know, it's even got a nice little hole for the bulb there. Let me show you that. That's where the bulb goes. I'm obsessed with that bulb. But yeah. Right, so let's zip her up again then and see if this does the trick. I will put this back on again, just for the hell of it. Now let's turn it around. So it's already turned on. We still haven't got any light. What's going on? Put my 3-volt source on here. So what happens now when I turn it on? Ah! It lit up. So there's still a connection problem. Wow. Look at the connection between there and there. I mean, yeah, you can see that is... That's not 0 volts, 0 ohms. 0 ohms. But on the other end, I wonder... We did do this a minute ago, so I don't really understand what's going on. Do you know what? It's this one. It's this one. It's not... That one's corroded as well. So I'm going to try and just do a quick file. Okay, I believe that I've now cleaned this up enough to work. So let's test the hypotheses. Okay, so just testing here. Yep, 0 ohms pretty much there. That looks good. And testing this one now, and it's the same. Pretty close to 0 ohms. In a few different places, and that looks good. Excellent. Right, enough messing about. Let's just try it and see how it goes. And that drops out. Yep, fantastic. Right. Let's take the precaution. So it's in alignment. Let's push this back in. Let's turn this on. And there we go. A yellow light. What happened there? Blue. Oh, on game 2. Sorry. Right, okay. That failed because game 2 and 3 must be on level 4. Right, so... Okay, so at this point I think we can conclude that the lights are now working. So I thought what I'd do is turn the main lights on the bench off so you could see it in the dark. The colours will illuminate and look nicer. That was my idea. Don't know if that works out for you alright, but that's what I did. So here we go. We'll try and play the game and win it. Did you see that? Did you see that yellow flash? That is the Raz. So that's me winning on game 1. And that with the yellow light at the end, that was me winning the game. So let's turn the light back on. And that, my friends, is it. We have remedied this lovely 1980s pocket Simon, which is in absolutely wonderful condition. And it all seems to be okay. And that's it telling you again, warning you, I want to be switched off because I don't want you to waste my power in my battery so you can play me more and more for the next 5 years, or 40 years, or 42 years, whatever. So if you found this video interesting, do go over and look at some of the other Simon videos that I got on the channel, amongst others. In particular, in the Simon range, there's a very interesting video with the Pocket Simon, where I play the Pocket Simon using an Arduino Nano and beat it on skill level 4. So that being said, if you've enjoyed the video, please hit the subscribe button if you're not already subscribed, and click on your notification bell so you don't miss any more videos from me. And until next time, TTFN.